Since the Xbox 360 was released back in 2005, thousands, maybe even millions of gamers have had their Xbox die on them. Some of them could be brought back to life, but most of the consoles passed away to the console afterlife, the great big gamer's room in the sky. Cause of death? The technical problem known as RROD, the Red Ring of Death, may be the most appropriate name for something ever. One day you're happily playing COD 4 or Halo 3, and the next day your console somehow managed to die in your sleep. I guess RROD wasn't the cause of death, but rather a symptom of death. I don't know if that really makes sense, but neither does a perfectly healthy Xbox being taken away before its time. I'm sorry. You had 4 types of RROD, I'll explain in order of don't worry about it, to oh shit, the console's fucked. Ironically, the full ring of death 4 bars is far from death, it just means there's no cable connected from the TV to your Xbox. This is a common cold for the console, if you will, nothing to worry about at all. 2 bars, a half red ring of death, means your console is overheating. Obviously not something you want, but give it time to cool down and it'll be alright. Much like when you have a horrible fever and your forehead is warmer than the surface of the sun, you just gotta take it easy and sweat it out your system. Your console will be fine after a while. 1 red bar. This is a hardware failure. Kinda like a broken leg. It can be repaired, but you will be out of the game for quite some time while it's being fixed. If you encountered this flavour of RROD, you'll have been met with this lovely screen, which I spent a sad and frustrating few hours of my life staring at. Error E74, which might well mean Microsoft estimate it will take 74 times for you to send your Xbox away to be fixed before it's actually fixed for good. Having said all of that, no technical problem is immune to just turning the thing off and on again. You could get lucky and somehow manage to undo the virtual leg break your console has just suffered, but to be honest, it's only a matter of time before it meets its demise. The dreaded 3-bar red ring of death. The Red Ring of Death. A failure of multiple hardware components, it's like having the bubonic plague and breaking all the bones in your body at once. You are fucked. The Xbox can't even muster up the strength to give you an error message this time. The 3 red bars speak for itself. It's game over. Microsoft never officially released the real reason for RROD, but it's pretty much all but confirmed now that the reason the original Xbox 360s were doomed from the start was due to the cheap materials used to protect the graphics chip failing, which meant the chip was burnt alive. You would know a 3 red bar event was on the horizon if you saw black speckles on your screen, or just wee graphics problems in general while playing. RROD cost Microsoft $1 billion in repairs and replacement consoles, and that's after they introduced a 3-year warranty on the Xbox 360. I remember the first time I was hit with RROD, my mum had to fork out a fortune just to get it shipped away and repaired. It got repaired, but the RROD made a comeback like 2 weeks after I got the console back. So I did what thousands of people did in their time of need. Looked up YouTube tutorials on how to fix my problem. It was here I first found out about the towel trick of basically wrapping your Xbox in a towel, cooking your Xbox well done, which somehow managed to fuck up your Xbox even more, to the point the Xbox didn't even know it was broken anymore. Yeah, I genuinely did this, and I did it good. I got my mum's fluffiest towel, wrapped the console up like it was a fucking newborn baby, and let it bake for a good 3 hours. The console, not a baby. The graphical problems I mentioned earlier were there for sure, but the graphics basically had fucking acne, but at least I could play for a while. You see, the RROD is one persistent problem. You just can't keep it away forever. Okay, so the 3 bars have made a comeback. It's been a couple months, surely YouTube tutorials on this issue have evolved from wrap your Xbox in a towel and leave it on for a couple hours. And lo and behold, they actually did. There were vigilante repairs going on all over the internet. People claiming they could fix RROD for you much cheaper and quicker than sending it to Microsoft. People selling books on how to fix it on those daft pop-up websites you can't seem to close. Of course, sooner rather than later on YouTube we did get the full scoop. How to fix RROD once and for all, and I was up for the challenge. Basically 14-year-old me deciding the best course of action was to perform open heart surgery on my Xbox 360. But it wasn't going to be easy. You needed a lot of tools for the job. I remember the hunt trying to find all the ingredients I need to fix my console. Shit like thermal paste, and I mean, where the fuck do you even get that? Trying to find this elusive rare special screwdriver to open up the console like it was fucking Excalibur. I would have been better off just opening the console up with a sword for all it's worth. Anyway, I did actually manage to successfully perform this operation. I got my Xbox working again. I even fixed a mate's for a tenner too. But you know how I said once and for all earlier, Yeah, it wasn't, because much like Microsoft, the paste stuff I used wasn't good enough either. Then again, I'm not one of the biggest companies in the world with industry-leading engineers working on a console, so I think I did okay to get a few months more game time out of my console, if I'm honest. In the end, me and my brother had to beg my mum for a new console altogether, one with that 3-year warranty on it. By that time, I believe they had made some improvements on the console. It wasn't until the Xbox 360S was released in 2010 that RROD was officially defeated, but I think that the Xbox I play and record my gameplays on has been RROD free for 9 years I've had it. Touch wood. How much you betting I get hit with some red ring of death action now? My Xbox One has been relatively fine for the 3 and a bit years I've had it. A few disc reader problems here and there, but nothing near the level of RROD. People who were at the centre of the RROD apocalypse at the time have since come out and said that one of the main reasons RROD was a thing was the designers put looks over functionality. They had a cool as fuck looking console but couldn't keep the components cool inside, and I guess that's why the Xbox One takes up half the volume of your fucking room. By making it the size of a warehouse, all the components inside have sufficient space to breathe. Do let me know if you ever suffered at the hands of the red ring of death and how you dealt with it, and if you were someone who had a PS3. I didn't personally have one, but I know a lot of you had your own wee yellow light of death, so give me the details on that in the comments and I can see if I can cover that in a video for you at some point. Any other video suggestions are always welcome, and a like on the video would be very much appreciated as always. Have a nice day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.